Morning, viewers, and welcome back to the Tobago Updates morning show. It is 7:14 a.m. And thank you so much for continuing to choose this Tobago Updates morning show taking place here, coming live from the Port Mall in Scarborough, Tobago. Viewers, in this segment, we got a slight change as we get started this morning. We are starting with Dedan Daniel, chairman of the Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program. And we're speaking more trees, please. Good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning, welcome. Thanks for the opportunity to be on the Tobago Update.
All right. So as we get the conversation started, tell us about this initiative, More Trees, Please.
Well, this initiative, which actually started last week with Magdalena Grand, it involves where we partnering with community organizations, corporate entities, so that we can do reforestation. That is with the mandate of the company to assist in reforestation efforts. So, More Trees, Please is a campaign that we hope to unfold throughout the country, in fact. Also Tobago, to assist in planting a whole lot more trees in denuded areas that have been deforested, right? And to bring the benefits of trees to these land spaces.
Tell us what's been the progress with these efforts. We listened to this initiative in terms of More Trees, Please. And if I recall, some months or perhaps into last year, we'd have also had the initiative in terms of looking at the breadfruit
Yes.
And so on. Tell us a little bit of how the progress of this program has been.
Okay, it has been going in steps. Let's talk about the breadfruit first. So what we did, part of the emphasis in terms of the, to assist with food security, that's our the linkage we want to have. We promoted the breadfruit. And so we partnered with the Trees That Feed Foundation out of the United States, and we brought in under 600 breadfruit plantlets into the country. And we have them maturing and so on at the tissue culture lab up in Goldsboro. When it has reached a stage where that it could go in the ground, we're going to be partnering with organizations to put them in the ground, and so that you're going to help in the food security effort. Breadfruit is one of the plants that we focus on now, but it's the primary one for now.
All right. So when we speak to More Trees, Please, are we looking very broadly at fruit trees, any specifications, or are we just looking at ensuring that we're able to bring back that green aspect of Tobago?
Well, that would be specific to the area. Certainly, the land would support certain type of tree based on its location, soil type, things like that, sun pattern, where shadows are as opposed to where shades are, or sunshine and shades. So it would be specific to the piece of land. But generally, what we emphasize in trees generally, so that you're going to bring the benefit to protect the soil, to provide a habitat for birds and bees and bats and moths and all the good pollinators that help to support the ecosystem. Okay?
How do you respond to persons that make the point, but Dedan, we in difficult times, I probably need to just clear a piece of land to be able to do something else. You're telling me to grow to grow trees. How do you find that balance in these circumstances?
Well, a long time ago, a guy by the name of Ruben Jat mentioned that those who plant trees knowing that they may not benefit from it, that Ruben Jat Tagore, that it wouldn't benefit when you plant the trees, understand the meaning of life. The thing is that succeeding generations will benefit from that effort in terms of providing a source of food, protecting the soil, which is extremely, extremely important. That is our heritage really there in the soil. No trees, no soil, no trees, no plants, no food, no life, right? So with that understanding of life, we should invest in efforts like that. Recently, we're walking around in a place like that. Why is that? We have denuded all our trees and put concrete, and we're paying the consequence of that. So we really need to emphasize on planting more trees where trees can be planted, right? So that we get mankind and the succeeding generation gets the benefit of it.
Would you say even some of these areas that we are seeking to develop, I know we try to do it somewhat when we look at housing developments to create green spaces and so on. But even in the development of other areas, the west side, our capital, and different spaces in Tobago, you think that becomes a critical part of the development component?
It must. It must. And one of the things we'll be pushing is to include green spaces in all our development. There's nothing good with putting down concrete, but there must be that harmony and that balance with having green spaces, because we all know and experience the benefit of having green spaces. A place for recreation, family-friendly environments, for source of food to help to support ecosystem, which is extremely important towards our livelihood going forward.
All right. I wanted to remind our viewers, for the benefit of those now joining in, how long is this initiative carded to take place for? What's the target that you're looking at?
We will go throughout, right? Is a thing that could only grow from strength to strength. Like I said, we want to partner with corporate organizations, community organizations, and we're talking, what we're going to be doing shortly on the 8th at the Pigeon Point Heritage Park, and we'd like to thank the board and management of that organization for partnering with the Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program to do this type of event. And we want to invite other corporate organizations to partner with us. So we'll say more trees, please. Boko Integrated Facility, or maybe Shaw Park, or whoever organization that we will partner with in the future to put down more trees. So this one we're dealing specifically with Pigeon Point Heritage Park, and again, gratitude to them for partnering with this initiative. But it's something that we want to have gone as long as people see the need to, or we see the need or continue to see the need to, for having more trees in our space, whether it be fruit trees, trees that's for protecting the soil and doing all the other things that help to support the ecosystem.
How does this coordinate in terms of the broader ecosystem, specific at that to things like our mangrove and so on that we hold so dearly in Tobago?
Well, part of the mandate of the company has to do with watershed management, and as you would know, that watershed usually is located close to mangroves and so on. We need to protect the mangrove because we know that the environmental function that it serves in terms of protecting the environment is a habitat for crabs and different fish and that type of stuff. It also helps to protect the land beyond the sea from flooding and so on. It's a nice natural sieve, it's a habitat for birds and that kind of stuff. So it's really important to do that, because one of our partner organizations, we had a discussion and we recognized that the crab population is reducing. And you notice when you go by the market to get crab, they're getting smaller and smaller. Right? Because they're not replenishing as fast enough. So having the habitat for that is extremely important if we want to enjoy our crab and dumpling in the next 50 years.
Going right down indeed. Tell us about the future prospects for this Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program. What can we look forward to in the short and long-term future prospects? And I want you to simplify it as much as possible for the benefit of those who are downright not into the environment and basically, sometimes not always clear what's the purpose and direction of the organization.
Right. So in terms of the direction of the organization, as the name suggests, it's about reforestation, it's about watershed management, and we're looking to rehabilitate it. And one of the key components of our program is the social element. We do have cohorts of workers who are attached to the 3 areas in which we operate: Argyle, Bell Garden, and Speyside. And so what we have done in the past and will continue to do is to have to work on the person. So we have a social worker attached to the program. So they'll do certain things like needs analysis of the persons to find out how the prospects in life and how they could develop. Social enterprises are an integral part of it. So when people exit the program, they would have developed with the skills that they need, whether it's numeracy, literacy, entrepreneurship, agriculture, nursery management, all these kind of skills areas, so they could build themselves, to build their individual capacities to do what they need to do in life. But further than that, as it relates to the environment, is to help to increase forest capital, right? To have agroforestry systems, so that is where you're integrating agriculture with forestry systems so that they have a nice harmonic balance other than having monocultures, right? So we're pushing that. We're also looking at about watershed management in terms of flood mitigation. We want to embark on a program where we're doing vetiver grass to help us in flood mitigation. And some of the prospects we're looking forward to from September of this year, we're going to be partnering with another reforestation group in Trinidad, where we're going to have a hike and plant event, where persons from Trinidad and Tobago will converge at a certain site to be announced, and we will go and just plant a lot of trees to help in areas that has been denuded with a forest cover. So you're going to provide shade for humans, you're going to provide a habitat for birds, bees, all the pollinators, and so on.
Excellent. Certainly a work being cut out
Yes, certainly.
in that direction under the circumstances. All right, we want to say thank you very much. In closing, contact information of persons wanting to reach out and to connect with the program.
Well, you could visit us at we are currently two locations at the Botanics Gardens. We have an office there, and we're also located at Milshiv. Right, you could contact us. You could go on our Facebook, contact us on Facebook, or you could contact us through our URLs, which is www.tobagoreforestation.org. Right, you could contact us on those websites and so on, and you get more information on the company.
All right, excellent. Thank you very much there, folks. Dedan Daniel, chairman of the Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program, this morning joining us, giving us information on More Trees, Please, and speaking to those initiatives. And yes, folks, a gentle reminder of how crucial this is in terms of our environment. And if we really want to see the kind of clean, green Tobago that we preach and we promote, really being able to see the years beyond now. It's not just about the now, but preparing for down the road under the circumstances. All right, at this point, viewers, we head on out of break, but just to remind you that this is your opportunity to share the live, share the live, share the live.